Hi, we're going to smarten your goals up today. Hi, my name's Welcome to Happy Stuff and Fluff, a channel for women over 50 who are getting happy and growing younger. If this is your first visit to Happy Stuff and Fluff, you need to watch the previous videos because this is the fourth, I think, in the series. I'll leave a link, go back and watch those and then come back to join us here. If you haven't subscribed already, please do so and don't forget to hit the bell so that you'll be notified when the next video comes up. Okay, so today we're going to smarten up your goals. Don't worry, we'll very quickly be getting to the action steps. This system, or the way I'm kind of presenting it to you in these short little bursts, is a way that I've found to work. I do have courses that go into this a little bit deeper. Obviously, it's difficult to do that in such a short space of time, but I promise you, if you follow the steps in this video series, you're going to be well on your way to making 2018 your happiest yet. Okay, so you've whooped your goals. You've got your wish, you've got the outcome, so you know why you want that particular thing. You've thought about the obstacles that are going to get in your way to achieving your wish. And hopefully by now, you've planned for with if-then thinking, if that happens, then I'll do this. And so you've whooped the goal. Now we're going to smarten it. Now, I know many of you will have heard of SMART goals. I'm sure you know what they are. So forgive me if I'm teaching my grandmother to suck eggs, but I'm just going to put this up because I do have an extension to it. So let's just quickly run through this then. Smarten your goal. First of all, thank you so much for those of you who've actually put in the comments down below what your wish is and what you're working on. And I really appreciate that because I know that sometimes it can make you feel a little bit vulnerable sharing information like that. But sharing it with me is also making you accountable, because once we've done this series, I'm going to set a 3-month target for you and I'm going to check in back with you. Okay, so let's have a look then. You've got your wish. Now, some of you who, and I'm not going to mention any names, of course, but I am going to pull out a few of the things that some of you said you want. What we have to do is be specific now with this wish. So some of you have said things like, I want to move more. I want to become more sociable. Someone mentioned a settlement of some kind. And these are great overall kind of an umbrella wishes. What we have to do now is get in there and smarten it up, tighten up this goal and make it more specific. So for example, how do you want to move? Do you want to start going for a walk 5 minutes a day? Do you want to swim the channel? Do you want to hike up a mountain? How exactly do you want to move? Okay. If it's weight loss, I want to lose weight. How much weight do you want to lose? Exactly how much weight? You see where I'm going with this? We've got to start asking. You've got to start asking yourself exactly what you want. So the settlement, however that could manifest for you, ask yourself, what do I want? What would be the best possible outcome in this settlement for me? And make a list of the things you want within that settlement, so that you are now being incredibly tight and specific about what it is that you want. The M is for measurable. You've got to be able to see that what you're doing is having an impact. It's got to be measurable. How will you know when you've achieved this particular goal? Okay, how will you know when you've achieved your overall wish? Actionable. Is it possible to take actions? How are we going to take actions? What steps are we going to do in order to move you forward? We'll get to those. Not in this video, in the next video, but soon. The R is for realistic. It has to be realistic. So for example, I said I want to climb a mountain and I've never climbed in my life before, then it's not necessarily realistic. If I said I want to lose 4 stones in weight, that would probably make me ill. So that's not realistic either. It has to be a realistic wish for you to be able to achieve it. Time bound, well, we've talked about 2018, so I've said this year, in 2018, what could you do? So that's kind of giving us a 12 months time factor, but what we're going to do is bring that down so we know the outcome, we know the wish wants to be achieved in 12 months, but how we're going to chunk it down, we're going to chunk it down into smaller steps, and each one of those steps will have its own time factor for you to achieve. So the addition to SMART goals for me is the E and the N. So E is for enjoyable. This has to be enjoyable for you. Otherwise, it isn't sustainable. So you want to move more. So if you said, well, everybody's running, I really ought to run, it's the easiest and cheapest thing to do, I can just get a pair of trainers and step outside the front door and start running, and you run the first time and don't like it, the second time, actually really don't like it, third time, hate it, why am I doing this, what's going to happen? You won't go again, you're going to stop. So in terms of moving more, think about an activity that you will enjoy doing. Now that could mean going for a walk, uphill, down dale. In order to enjoy it more, you might need to do it with another person or in a group. So think about how you can make that thing more enjoyable for you to do so that it will be sustainable. And then now. So I'm obviously talking about being outcome oriented and thinking about the future and goals, but once you've put all these things into place that we're talking about in this video series, then I want you to forget about it. You will know what you have to do. You will know what to do when you get your obstacles, when obstacles come in the way. Now you need to enjoy the process, and you need to enjoy the moment in the here and now. That's so important. You know, it isn't all about the goal, because you have to be flexible about your goal too. Not yet. But as you move along and things change and you might be moving more and you might be getting better, you might change that goal. You might want to change that goal, and that's perfectly fine. What the goal does is give us something to aim for, okay? But we mustn't be too rigid about it. And we can't just look at the goal with tunnel vision and forget about what's going on around us. So, be specific, make it measurable, actionable, realistic, time-bound. Most importantly, it has to be enjoyable. And then, after the next video, when we've worked out the steps and how you're going to do it, just live in the now and enjoy life as it is, knowing that what you want, your wish, has been taken care of. I would just say this. Remember that your wish is going to stay a wish, and this is why I said in the last video I don't particularly like the term, but your wish will stay there as a wish, and that's all, if you do not do the third step. Actionable. It's all about taking actions, and that's why how you approach this is important. If you want to achieve, make that wish come true, we have to go through these steps, make it enjoyable, take action steps, which we're going to talk about in the next video, and then live in the now. Okay, I hope that's been helpful. If there's anything you don't understand, please ask questions down below. I really enjoy your comments, and I answer every single one of them. So talk to me, please, so that I know that you're actually enjoying these videos and that I'm not boring you to death with it. I need that kind of feedback, please. Okay, so I'm going to leave it there, but I will be back with the action steps soon. Until then, remember, on the Happy Stuff and Fluff channel, we are getting happy and growing younger. See you soon. Bye-bye.